What happens when you dare to speak the truth? David was just a student, nothing more, nothing less. He believed in fairness, in systems, in doing what's right. But the moment he exposed a lie, his whole life turned upside down. This isn't fiction, this is real, and it could happen to anyone. David was a top law student in his final year. Quiet, smart, never caused trouble. One professor, Dr. Wallace, was a star of the university, head of the ethics and law department. Famous, well-respected, always invited to government panels, showered with awards. But David started noticing things. 3 students never attended classes, but consistently received perfect grades. A friend mentioned paying a helper to fix a term paper grade through a third party. Financial documents on Dr. Wallace's research grants didn't add up. Coursework submitted by different students had identical metadata, as if written on the same device. It didn't feel right. David didn't run to the authorities right away. He took his time. He double-checked everything, collected screenshots, backed up documents, even recorded a teaching assistant saying, "This is handled through connections. Don't get involved. It's not your business." He filed an anonymous report to the university's ethics committee. A week later, the worst happened. His identity leaked. Within 2 days, one of his classmates confronted him. "Why'd you go after Wallace? You think you're some hero?" That classmate had been his friend for years. Suddenly, David was the problem. Friends turned cold. One messaged him, "Thanks for screwing it up for the rest of us. You know we could lose our scholarships." He was kicked out of group projects with no explanation. Chats filled with jokes about him. Private messages got leaked. Screenshots were posted in anonymous group threads. Then came a formal notice, disciplinary hearing against David. The reason? Violation of committee confidentiality. They used his anonymous report against him. One professor told him, to his face, "You clearly don't understand how this system works. This isn't about justice. It's about knowing your place." David tried to tell his story. He recorded a video, wrote a long post. The university filed a warning, public defamation of faculty members. He stopped going to class. Depression hit. His therapist said he was at risk for a major breakdown. His scholarship was suspended. Pending investigation, he received a letter. "Your degree may be delayed or denied, subject to the committee's final decision." One kind professor he trusted pulled him aside and whispered, "I wish I could help you, but if I defend you, I lose everything too. I'm sorry." Dr. Wallace? Untouched. He spoke at a conference that month about integrity in law. His quote went viral, "We must teach future lawyers to act with courage and honor." David? Gone. No diploma, no recommendation letters, no friends. I don't regret it, because silence makes you complicit. I'm not a hero. I just told the truth, and learned how dangerous that can be. Subscribe if you're tired of seeing liars celebrated. Share if you've ever been punished for telling the truth. Comment if you've lived through a system that turns victims into villains. We tell stories no one else wants to share. Every week, real people, real injustice. Because if we stay silent, nothing will ever change.